want you to come in. You're going to have to certainly use some sanctified imagination, but I hope you can just catch a glimpse of what God's going to do in here. Come on in. This is going to be the big room, and it's the activity center. And what is so perfect about this room is we were looking for an all-purpose room that could be used for lots of different things, where we can have big events here that we're hoping to be able to sit about 140 people in one room. We're going to be able to have a basketball court for kids to come indoors here, and we're going to have a climbing wall on that far wall over there will be a climbing wall. And we'll have a drop-down movie screen and a sound system. And the advantage of this is that mentors and kids can come here and have a place to go that is theirs, that they can just enjoy each other, and God can use it to build relationships. We've only had this building now for about 8 weeks, but already I'm seeing the unlimited potential for ministry. I remember one time when we had an overnight with a group of kids, and it was a basketball overnight, and that's one thing we're going to be able to do here since we have indoor basketball. So it's even in the middle of the winter we'll be able to do that, because eventually we will actually have heat in here. But I remember one time where a group of boys were sitting around, and the whole theme of the day of the evening was fatherlessness, and they started talking about their own dads, and we were using that as a segue to talk about who God the Father is, so that they can understand that they are not fatherless, that they do have a Father in heaven, and how to have access to that Father through their relationship with Jesus Christ. And so they were describing their own dads, and one talked about how his father burned him, and he showed burn marks on his body. And we knew of this situation, we just didn't know he would share it because the father's in jail because of this. And he called him a psycho dad. He says, "My dad was a psycho dad." And one of the other boys said, and I'll never forget this, he said, "I mean no disrespect for the pain that you endured through your dad, but I would much rather have a psycho dad than no dad at all." So those kind of opportunities are going to be available to us, to have those kind of moments with the kids where we can have a good time with them, but then also share important truths that'll help transform these kids' lives. And since not-for-profits like Long Island Youth Mentoring are a 501c3, we do not pay any property taxes. And since there's no property taxes and we're going to have the building paid in full, we will have no monthly expense. So therefore that $3,000 a month will be able to go into direct ministry to the fatherless and the orphan of Long Island. I want to thank you for the time that you have spent with me in looking at this tool of ministry that God has provided. And that is exactly what this is. This is simply a tool that God has provided to be used to minister to the children that He dearly loves. I ask you to consider being a part of it, and I thank you for that consideration.